There's a French rule that actually stops the picky eating circus most toddlers put on, like actually ends it. But it comes with one tiny ripple effect you'll have to deal with on the very first night. And after that, pure, glorious peace. Like you will finally be able to finish your own meal in peace. You know, every parent has a moment when they finally sit down for dinner. You place the plate in front of your child, and before you've even taken your first bite, you hear it. "I don't want this." Maybe they push the plate away. Maybe they ask for something else. Maybe they declare they're not hungry, even though they were begging for snacks 5 minutes ago. And instantly, your brain goes into survival mode. You start bargaining. "Just try 3 bites." You negotiate. "Okay, just taste the chicken." Or, already tired from the day, you give in and grab the quickest, safest option you know they'll eat. But as you're standing at the stove making a second meal, you feel it. That sinking mix of frustration, worry, and guilt. But this French rule is going to make things very easy for you. Why toddlers refuse to eat. Let's talk about it. Toddlers don't refuse food to irritate you. They don't wake up thinking, "I'm going to make dinner impossible tonight." Their resistance comes from the way their developing brain interprets stress, novelty, and control. At this age, everything is new. Flavors, textures, smells, colors, temperatures. And when something feels unfamiliar, their instinct is to protect themselves. Refusing food is their way of saying, "I'm not sure about this yet." But what most parents don't realize is that the environment around food matters as much as the food itself. When mealtime becomes a negotiation, when you're anxiously watching their plate, when you're commenting on every bite, when you're bribing or pleading, they sense your tension long before they smell the broccoli. Toddlers are wired for attunement. They read your facial expressions, your voice, your sighs, your disappointment. Before they even taste a food, they're tasting the atmosphere. There's also something else at play. Toddlers crave independence with the intensity of someone discovering their own identity for the first time. They don't get to choose much in their day: when to wake up, where to go, what to wear, who they interact with. But food? That's one of the few things they can control. Refusal becomes a language, a shield, a tiny moment of power they can hold on to when the world feels too big. So when the table becomes a place of pressure or persuasion, they push back harder. Not because they don't like the food, but because the dynamic feels overwhelming. They don't want a battle. They want safety, predictability, space to explore without judgment. And when those needs are met, even the most hesitant toddler slowly opens up. One sniff, one poke, one tiny lick at a time. The French rule that ends picky eating. In France, the secret isn't in fancy ingredients or gourmet cooking. It's in a simple, structured philosophy that reshapes the entire feeding relationship. Instead of chasing bites, they rely on a rule believed so deeply it's practically a cultural instinct. Parents decide what, children decide how much. But to make it practical, we'll break it down into a 3-step process, one that thousands of parents use daily with remarkable success. Step 1. You choose the meal. You choose the menu, not based on what they might eat, not based on avoiding meltdowns, but based on balance, exposure, and routine. This step gives your child something they desperately need, but rarely communicate: predictability. When you consistently present one meal, their brain slowly stops expecting a backup. The mealtime pressure dissolves. The power struggle fades. What this communicates to your child is simple. Food is safe. I'm not going to change the plan because you're unsure. Step 2. They choose the portion. This step gives your toddler the autonomy their brain craves. They get to decide if they want 1 bite, no bites, or 10 bites. There is no celebration and no disappointment, just neutrality. And here's the magic. When kids feel no pressure, their survival brain shuts off. The fight or flight response, the part that says, reject, 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 quiets down. Their curiosity finally has room to breathe. This is why French kids poke their vegetables instead of screaming at them. They're not forced into exploration. They're invited. Step 3. You eat with calm confidence. You eat your meal. You show them what enjoyment looks like. You let the table be a place of conversation, not supervision. No hovering. No, just one more bite. No narrating their eating like a sportscaster. Just presence, softness, calm. And at that moment, your child learns something profound. Food is neutral. Eating is safe. The table is a peaceful place. Children don't learn what to eat by being told. They learn by watching you eat without fear. Now, before talking about why this works, if this video in any way you think has helped you, then we deserve a like for our efforts. And if you're a mom or a dad who's dealing with their kids daily, you have to subscribe our channel for more real parenting techniques before we actually disappear. Why this method actually works. This method works because it aligns perfectly with a toddler's nervous system. When you remove pressure, their body shifts from defense mode into exploration mode. Food becomes less of a threat and more of a curiosity. Over time, repetition builds familiarity. Familiarity builds safety. Safety builds willingness. And willingness becomes eating. It also removes the emotional roller coaster. No arguments, no bribes, no managing their reactions. You step into your role as the calm leader, and your child steps into theirs, the learner. And just like the Korean sleep method, where the parent's stillness teaches the baby how to settle, the French approach uses your calm confidence to teach your toddler how to approach food without fear. How to implement the rule. Tonight. Start tonight. Serve one simple meal, something familiar plus something new. Sit together. Eat your portion. Let them decide their pace. Don't fill the silence with comments about food. Just enjoy the moment. If they don't eat much, remember, hunger isn't an emergency. Children eat across days, not meals. And when mealtime stops being a negotiation, they learn to listen to their body, not the bargaining, not the pressure, not the stress. In a week, you'll notice small shifts. In a month, you'll notice big ones. And in time, food becomes what it should have always been: nourishment, exploration, and connection. The challenges you'll face and why they're normal. At first, they might refuse completely. They might ask for a second meal. They might protest. That's not failure. That's recalibration. They're adjusting to the new structure. The old pattern, refusing until they get something better, is fading. Stay calm. Stay consistent. Day by day, the resistance softens. They learn the rule, and they adapt. The ripple effect, beyond food. Here's something most parents never see coming. When the power struggles at the table disappear, everything else in your day softens too. A calmer mealtime reduces sensory overload, lowers cortisol, and gives your toddler's nervous system fewer spikes to recover from. Suddenly, transitions feel smoother. Meltdowns shrink. Your child becomes more open to trying, exploring, and cooperating because they're no longer bracing for a battle 3 times a day. And as surprising as it sounds, many parents report that once the stress around feeding drops, their toddler regulates faster emotionally, which shows up in playtime, bath time, and even the way they respond to small frustrations. The shift is quiet but powerful. Once food stops being a fight, your child's whole rhythm begins to stabilize. And yes, this ripple effect even reaches sleep. When their system isn't constantly swinging between resistance and overwhelm, bedtime becomes less of a climb. Their body unwinds more easily, their mood steadies quicker, and their natural cues become clearer. Some parents even notice their toddler falling asleep faster and staying asleep longer, simply because their days feel less chaotic. But if nights are still a hurdle, don't worry. We've already got you covered. Our full video on the Korean baby sleep method walks you through the exact, gentle steps that help reset your baby's sleep response in just 30 seconds. So once the French rule calms your days, you can use that method to transform your nights too. Try it tonight. Serve one meal. Sit together. Remove pressure. Model calm. Let the rule guide you, not emotion. Because this French method doesn't just change what your child eats, it changes how they feel around food, how they interact with you at the table, and how confident you feel as a parent. One calm dinner at a time. One moment of courage at a time. You've got this.